He came riding fast like a phoenix out of fire flames. He came dressed in black with a cross bearing my name. He came bathed in light in the splendor and glory. I can't believe what the Lord has finally sent me. He said, dance for me, Fabiola Gentile. He said, laugh for a while, I can make your heart feel. He said, fly with me, touch the face of a true God. And then cry with joy at the depth of my love. 'Cause I prayed days, I prayed nights for the Lord just to send me home some sign. I've looked long, I've looked far to bring peace to my black and empty. My love will stay till the riverbed run dry. And my love lasts long as the sunshine blue sky. I love him longer as each damn day goes. The man is gone and heaven only knows. 'Cause I've cried days, I've cried nights for the Lord just to send me home some sign. Is he near? Is he far to bring peace to my black and empty heart? So long days, so long nights, good Lord, be near me tonight. Is he near? Is he far? Bring peace to my black and empty heart.
The Great Replacement and says it's the biggest thing to happen to France since the 15th century.
Quel est l'objectif? Ça va faire parler. Mais l'objectif, c'est relever le défi du métissage. Ce n'est pas un choix. C'est une obligation. Si ce volontarisme républicain ne fonctionnait pas, il faudra alors que la République passe à des méthodes plus contraignantes encore. Nous devons changer, alors nous allons changer.
But adultery. It is not the act of fornicating with someone other than your spouse. It is instead producing an offspring outside of your genetic line. I will explain briefly. When we first came to this planet, for reasons that are our own, we created you and your kind, but just like children, you were not fully developed. And it is a truism that only time can mature. So our grand intention was to give you the time necessary to spiritually evolve and hopefully, eventually, reach parity with us. There were others in this region who saw the learning opportunity far too great to ignore. They placed their own seed lines on Earth alongside of you. It afforded several interested parties the opportunity to grow cells into maturity, away from their settled communities. To put it another way, you were placed at the children's table for dinner, while the adults monitored. Though not politically correct to say, you are aware that there are traits, certain inherent differences between the races of your planet. You may pretend that they do not exist, but you know that they do. The interested parties do not want these seed lines intermingled, because it creates a problem for a mixed seed line cell to find a place to reside after this life. It is a simple fact that people prefer to be with others that are similar. It is not unique to this planet. Look at the countries that make up your world. The ones that are homogeneous tend to be the most peaceful, while those other countries who have been integrated are often the most prone to violence. The other worlds have no desire to experience such violence, which is why you have been isolated here, so that you may outgrow your temperament while learning tolerance of others. Let's say that I had a bottle of Chateau Lafite. If I poured half the bottle down a sink and decided to refill that portion with tap water, I would have adulterated the wine. I would have taken something of great substance and watered it down. It would then neither be good wine nor good water. Your seed lines are much the same. And when you produce such an offspring, it takes several generations to restore the original level of genetic integrity. You should be familiar with Deuteronomy 23:2. No one born of a forbidden marriage, nor any of his descendants, may enter the assembly of the Lord, even down to the 10th generation. The assembly was to remain a pure seed line. If a member of the assembly bare a child of a mixed seed line, it would take 10 generations of that offspring to be genetically pure enough to re-enter the assembly and safely procreate with members of the assembly. This is important to us, so important that uncontrolled mixed breeding led to the flood of Noah. In Genesis 6, you read how the sons of God had relations with the daughters of man. The coupling led to the creation of a third race, a terrible race, so in need of dispatch that the flood was the only truly viable solution. As you read in Genesis 6:9, Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. Perfect in his generations. There was no mixed seed line within him. He was genetically pure, and for this reason he was preserved. Now you understand what was meant by our commandment against adultery. Consensual sex for pleasure is not a sin. Creating genetically inferior offspring that will suffer for generations because you were genetically irresponsible, that is a very great sin.